It's like 100% two-rock. It's not a clone of this or a copy of that, or it's got elements of all my favourite vintage amps in there, and it brings them to mind in a kind of nostalgic way. But it's 100% two-rock, so it's kind of familiar and unique at the same time. I was never a big trem user because, in my opinion, it always compromised the sound of the amp. And all other amps I'd had it in my old blackface amps, which I love dearly, but I used to disconnect the tremolo because it took away from the purity of the circuit. And so when I heard a little prototype amp that Bill had brought in when I was hanging out at the Two Rock factory one day, he'd come up with this particular tremolo circuit, and I'm like, man, I got to have that in my amp. It added to the overall tone of the amp, and added another level of musicality to it. And the whole thing for me is it's an instrument in itself, and we're using it to make music. So I want everything to add to the end goal, which is the musicality. They're not just machines to make your guitar louder. They're an instrument in their own right, and you can play into the amp, and particularly this tremolo circuit. It's very dynamic. You can pick soft, and you won't really hear it. It'll respond to you playing, and then let a chord ring out, and it builds and it flows with you playing. It's like very organic kind of sound. Lives perfectly in that just on the edge of breakup kind of sound, which is what the whole thing is for me. And it allows me, to play a bit harder and push it more into overdrive and play soft, and it cleans right up. That's the whole thing for me. Although it has a good amount of gain available, I think if you crank it up, you can get it sounding pretty dirty. Maybe it's the dirtiest sounding of the single channel Two Rocks. It breaks up a little more than the classic reverb or the Studio Pro that I've used in the past. Did 50 of them, and I think there's just a few left, maybe 8 or so out there in the world left somewhere. So the response has been really good to it.